Andrea. Happy Ides of March. It's Tuesday, Learning Tuesday, almost Wednesday. So, anyways, before we begin with today's lesson, I want to tell you how ridiculous these next 2 weeks are going to be for me. So, on Monday, I had a forensic chemistry quiz. We had 3 of them on 3 different chapters, and they were 10 questions, or 10 points each. And then today was okay, but I had a lot of homework to do. And then tomorrow I have a toxicology quiz, and my LSD presentation and paper is due. And then Friday I have a quiz on scarlet fever in Micro 2. Then it's my sorority's formal this weekend, and then on Monday I have a test in forensic chemistry over those same 3 chapters, and then Wednesday I have a test in toxicology. So pretty much I'm gonna explode, so this video is gonna be really lame, and I'm sorry, but I have so much to do. I'm gonna cry. I told my micro teacher that if she gave us a test next week, I'd probably cry and then jump out a window. And if I was still alive, I'd probably do the whole process all over again. Yeah, I'm a little stressed out, just a little bit. So, anyways, I know I said I was going to try and talk about micro on Tuesdays, but I think in light of tomorrow's presentation, I'm going to talk about LSD. That was a scary face, sorry. So, yeah, LSD. I've learned a lot about it from doing this presentation, which has to be 10 minutes, so I'm obviously not going to do my whole spiel for you or anything. But pretty much it's a hallucinogen, as you know. LSD stands for lysergic acid diethylamide. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. And it is a semi-synthetic from the ergoline family. And it was discovered in the 40s by this chemist living in Switzerland, I believe. His name was Albert Hofmann, and he was, sorry, I have notes right here, and he was trying to find a respiratory and circulatory stimulant, and then he accidentally synthesized LSD and absorbed a small amount of it through his fingertips, and then went home that day and proceeded to have an acid trip. The hallucinogenic dose is really small. It's microliters, whereas normally drug doses are milligrams, and so micrograms or microliters is much smaller than that. So he literally just absorbed it through his fingers and then had a trip. And then he was like, well, that's not going to work. So he set it aside for a couple years and then decided one day to experiment on himself and took a huge dose of it and then couldn't get himself home or do any of his work. So he had his assistant take him home on a bicycle. And then he wrote about it in his journal. And then he concluded from his experiment that it would be good to use in psychiatry, I guess. So that's what they started marketing it as, and the United States in the 50s and early 60s was using LSD for psychiatry to help patients open up, like, feelings that they couldn't expose, I guess. I don't know. Then they were using it for all sorts of crazy things, like, let's see, what are some good ones? A cure for alcoholism. Yeah, apparently it had a 50%, I guess, cure rate, which was higher than Alcoholics Anonymous at the time, but it was really just getting users addicted to something else. So, yeah. And then a cure for pain, again. You're not feeling much. And then for cluster headaches, and then California, incidentally, was the first state to illegalize LSD as a drug. And then rest of the states followed, and eventually the federal government. So yeah, good times. So that's pretty much it. I guess you know about the music and the Beatles and Grateful Dead and all those people. So yeah, I guess LSD has definitely had its effects on pop culture, but it has kind of a crazy past. So yeah, that's it for Learning Tuesday. Sorry that my life is crazy and I haven't done a video in a couple days. So I will be seeing you maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday, I don't know, whenever you feel like it. So have a good Ides of March.